at the embassy, people were scrounging for food because the embassy didn't think to feed us. And so I made friends with this medical team that was like, we have peanut butter. I made friends with this other kid that was like, we found apples over in the corner.
On January 12, 2010, I left a meeting in our New York office to learn that Haiti suffered a 7.0 magnitude earthquake. A few days prior, we sent a team to Port-au-Prince to do a Project Einstein media training with young Haitians on the topic of economic livelihoods. The next few days were spent scrambling to make sure our team and the people they worked with were not among the hundreds of thousands killed. Miraculously, they all made it out of harm's way.
So as we were driving on the mountain towards the embassy, you could just look at all the houses were just gone. You know, you could just see everyone that had collapsed. So, I mean, at night, couldn't really tell, right? It's night and there's a couple of lights on, people have backup generators. The electricity actually hadn't gone completely out by that point. So it's like eerily, like you look out over the town at night and it's like, oh, you know, can't even really tell. Which is why at night nobody knew. They're like, maybe we'll wake up and everything will seem okay. Mm-hmm. Maybe. I think that's why they were like singing. They're just like, maybe everything's going to be okay. But then when you, in the morning when the sun was out and you were driving over these mountain passes, you could just like see everything. Like you don't know what to look at. So like dead babies here and buildings collapsed here, and I think I stopped looking at the buildings because they told me they had seen a school where you could see the children in the rubble, and I didn't want to see things like that. So I was like, I think I was just looking at like the individual people. I don't know. It was really hard to process. So we were doing the photo project was actually up in the mountains, which thankfully was not ahead. So first we asked if anybody had taken a picture, and most people had never taken a picture. They really opened up and got really engaged in the conversation, which was, yeah, I was a little bit surprised. I thought they'd be a little more kind of like, what are you doing? I don't get it. We talked about money, and we asked them to come up with themes. My favorite one was, like, does money make you better than other people? I thought that was a really interesting take on it. And you kind of think that maybe you ask 19-year-old kids, what does money mean to you? It means going to the States and buying an iPhone, right? None of them said that. None of them said it means that I would get a nice car. None of them said, you know, I just wish I had a better cell phone. And they just went out and they took pictures of all the different ways that people make money, like pleasant and unpleasant. Just to say, like, look what people do. Like, look at the sacrifices they make. You know, just really kind of mapping out almost like the little economy that happens in this place. And they took pictures of like some really robber things that we would have never have been even knowing about or taken pictures of, obviously, because we don't have the same access.
Emily and I headed to Boston to welcome our team on their arrival home and to help train the students at the Fletcher School at Tufts University how to use Ushahidi, a crisis mapping system where, for instance, a girl trapped under the rubble of a supermarket can send an SMS to 4636 and appear on a map for a rescue team to save her. A system built in Kenya, it allowed students in Boston to help save lives in Haiti. For more information, visit haiti.ushahidi.com.
But a lot of people just want, there was a lot of like, where were you? Where were you? Where were you? Like, we just want to tell our stories, and we want to hear the other people's stories, and we just want to like make it feel real.
Tune in next week as we enter Mela refugee camp in Thailand to hear the stories of Burmese youth through another Project Einstein media training.
So, who knows how to turn on their camera? Do you know? Who can show how to turn on the camera?